So in part 3, I want to take you through how the band assists you with ground reaction forces. It's very simple. As we go ahead and take a step, we have to learn to teach our body how to handle the ground as our foot hits the ground. That means our hip stabilizers and our trunk stabilizers really have to go ahead and come into play. So when my foot hits the ground, my hip and trunk immediately know, hey, stabilize, kick in. A lot of us struggle with that. And as a result of that, we don't take as big as steps, or we take very slow steps because we're not trusting our stabilizers to support us as our foot hits the ground. Or we have joint pain. And as a result of stepping out, it hurts our knee, our ankle, our hip. And as a result of that, we don't want to take a big step, so we soften the step by shortening up the amplitude of the step. Attaching a band into a horizontal force, as an example, and I'm going to take a step out, what's going to happen is the band is going to slow me down like it did when we talked about momentum, but it's also going to reduce the ground reaction forces. It's going to assist my trunk and my hip to go ahead, slow down things so that when my foot hits the ground, it's a very soft movement. I'm also going to go ahead then in turn allow me to take a bigger amplitude movement when I'm doing my what I call an assisted step lunge. Primarily what you're doing here is you're just going ahead and helping your body handle ground reaction forces. Now if I turn sideways, same thing. I can take a step out, and because I'm stepping out, the band is slowing me down. Ground reaction forces are going to be softer. So that's one way, using a horizontal force, that you can go ahead and decrease ground reaction forces. Now let me show you another way you can decrease ground reaction forces. So obviously with ground reaction forces, there's a vertical component. There's also a shear component, there's a horizontal component. So you have to know or understand, hey, what does my client or athlete need the most assistance with? Is it with shear force control, or is it with vertical force control? So if I come back to my setup that I used earlier to assist with my squat, I can go ahead and start using this same setup to work on controlling a jump. Again, as I land, the band is going to stretch out and help me absorb the force. So this is one setup that I could use where I'm just in this position and I'm doing a split jump or a squat jump. Both of these are going to be very comfortable because the band is literally assisting me with gravity, but it's also now, because our foot is leaving the ground, it's assisting us with ground reaction forces. So when my foot hits the ground, I know my stabilizers are willing to handle that load, and as a result they work. So now what you see is, you see people much more confidently going ahead and doing jumping movements because they know their body can handle it, they know their joints can handle it, and they don't have pain with it. So this is another way that you could go ahead and improve ground reaction forces by assisting with a band. Assisted band training. Now you understand a little bit more about how you can utilize it to not just improve your overall strength with pull-ups, but how you can go ahead and utilize it to improve the amplitude of movement you are using with your walking pattern, to improve your overall stability of your hips, to improve your balance, coordination, to improve your ability to handle a painful joint and make it less painful so that you can go ahead and start functioning at a higher level. Hopefully now you understand that assisted band training is all about controlling the key functions and key drivers of function: gravity, momentum, and ground reaction forces. Thanks for joining me for this workshop today, guys. I look forward to going ahead and sharing more of these types of workshops with you in the near future. But until then, keep getting better with bands.